Hey y'all, I'm Cole.
And I'm Dawn.
And we're younger every day. Buckle up, because we're about to take you on a quick tour of the last year of our lives. In our last video, we talked to you about storage and kind of how we got to that point, why we started down that path, and then we started thinking about all the things that we have done to get to this point. And so we wanted to give you the details of how we got from there with storage really to our journey in the RV. I mean, storage was a part of it, but there's so much more, right?
Yeah, there were so many different things that had to come together for us to get from living in our house and doing school in the house and Cole having a job and all that kind of stuff to where we were ready to leave.
We had to get our house ready to sell. You know, we want to show you what did our house look like, what did we do to get it ready. We started that process and spent about 4 months updating, upgrading, laying a new floor.
One of the biggest projects we had was resodding the whole front yard. So we pulled up all the grass or dug up all the nasty weeds and laid new sod in the whole front yard, which was kind of big.
A big part of that was in the rain.
Besides the renovation we did on the house as far as actually changing things, a huge part of that was staging.
And then in the middle of there, I mean, right at the beginning is when you found the trailer. We went out and checked it out. We got the trailer. We did all that and got it set up at an RV park in Arlington. And then that was really instrumental in allowing us that space to go stay while we did things in the house that either the kids would have messed up or when the house was just in the state where we couldn't live there. And then once we put it on the market, we were in the trailer full time.
So at the same time as we were working on the house, getting it ready to sell, we were also working on getting the trailer set up to live in. So we were moving the things that we use every day. One of the biggest parts of that, one of the hardest parts, was getting everything set up for school. So we were homeschooling in this big room with tons of storage, and we had to move from there to figuring out how all the homeschooling stuff was gonna fit here in the trailer, along with all the regular things that you need to live just your normal life. So it took us a while to figure out how to make that work. So in all this that we're telling you, from doing all the storage stuff to getting the house ready to sell to arranging the trailer, we were also doing normal life. So we had birthday parties and we had Christmas and we had, Cole had to go to work. The kids had to do school. So normal life is going on and we're doing all these other things at the same time.
The next piece was, I remember when you said you found a fifth wheel, I'm like, well, I don't think the truck can pull a fifth wheel. I had a half-ton GMC Sierra Denali that I really liked, a crew cab, but it wasn't gonna pull a fifth wheel. It wasn't gonna pull this bad boy. A few months in, I got the truck nice and cleaned up and I ended up selling it. So then we went for a few months without a truck.
So when we got the trailer, we didn't even have a way to pull it. So we had to have somebody come and tow it for us. Yeah. So he pulled it to the RV park that we were gonna be staying at. You can also see our first night in our trailer, and that was super exciting, our first dinner.
Yeah. I'm glad he brought it because he was able to help me set it up. I didn't know what to do
He taught us how to hook the connections up and everything.
Yeah, I didn't know how to hook anything up.
Sold us chocks. We didn't know we needed those.
We didn't have a wheel chock yet, yeah.
We didn't know what we were doing. So we're very grateful to him for all of his help.
Yeah, definitely. So after we celebrated Christmas in the trailer, that was a unique experience. It was fun and it looked beautiful. I mean, I thought we did a pretty good job. The kids enjoyed it. But after we did that, the next big thing was selling the house. We got an offer on the house, we considered it, we got it all squared away and sold the house. And then that was really where it kind of got a little scary because now it was like, if something goes wrong in the trailer, we don't have anywhere else to go. I mean, it's real, and not only is it
really our home now.
And we can't move it yet.
Which even better.
Once we got this place, I started looking and researching and talking to people and looking. What do we need to pull it?
He was a little bit picky.
Yes, but also I wanted to figure out what do we need. I wanted to make sure that we had a safe rig that could pull our home behind us, safely stop when needed, and be in control of this massive place that we pull. Several things we read suggested you really need a vehicle with a towing capacity that exceeds what you're towing by at least 10%. And so I took that and I said, okay, our trailer weighs 16,000 pounds. And then I said, okay, what's 10% on top of that? Let's find something that can tow it. And the only thing with that kind of towing capacity really was a dually 1-ton pickup. Now you could go with a 1-ton single rear wheel, but I talked to people who said, hey, the stopping power is so much better with a dually. In fact, a neighbor moved in where we had the trailer and he said, you know, I had a single rear wheel, thought it was great until I had to make an emergency stop. He went a long ways, he said. Yeah. And so that really sealed the deal for me. I pretty much set my sights on wanting a 1-ton dually pickup. It's a vehicle I never imagined owning ever. It's not something that was appealing to me. I didn't want a dually. I went with a GM vehicle, so we got a Duramax engine, and we ended up finding one at a dealership. We had bought our Suburban there, and it just worked out. It was black like the other one, so it looked like the other truck that I loved so much, and it was 2 years newer, so you know, that was a plus. It had everything we wanted, including 4-wheel drive, and we'll tell you about that another time about why that helped us. So anyway, we got a truck that could pull it safely, and we've been very happy with it.
We finally bought the truck and we're ready to go, except we weren't ready to go. And people laughed at us about this, but this is kind of how we work. But we had so many things going on and so much to do, and so we didn't get things done quite as fast as we would have liked. So we came to about 3 days before we were set to move out, and we finally bought the hitch that would allow us to pull the trailer.
So yeah, so we got the hitch and a bed lid. We wanted that so that we could have stuff stored in the bed when we were stopped. And we got that bed lid and the hitch installed, you know, 2 days before we left. You know, the thing about all that, we had all this stuff going on. It was exhausting. I mean,
it was so tiring.
Working on the house, buying the trailer, setting the trailer up, you know, selling the truck.
But we've had some people comment saying that they're getting ready to do the same thing, and we just want to encourage you, it does end.
Yes, it does.
You do get past it, you get over it.
And you get to enjoy it. I mean, I definitely think we're enjoying it.
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
You know, it took some time, and it was a big difference from, we thought we knew what we were doing living in the RV.
No.
Once we hit the road, you know, I remember the first stop, I was like, oh
now
gosh.
What?
There are a lot of things we should have pulled down and put away, you know. So
stuff falling down.
Now we know. There's a big learning curve.
All that to say, it was exhausting and really difficult. One of the hardest, probably the hardest thing we've ever done.
Yeah.
I would say.
That was tough.
But so worth it.
Oh yeah,
so worth it.
If you're doing something like this, you know, comment below. Let us know what you're doing. What are you going over? You know, maybe there's something we mentioned that you hadn't thought of, or maybe we left something out. Let us know what it is that has got you, you know, up late at night, up early in the morning, taking care of it so you can get on the road. And I tell you, it is really cool once you do. Thanks for following our journey. I hope that you'll like the video. If you enjoyed it, you'll comment, that you'll also subscribe and follow us on our journey, because we'd love to share it with you. And we want to know how your journey is. What are you doing? Where are you headed in life? And, you know, are there things maybe we can share in that are going to help you get there as we go down our path? Thanks for taking part in it with us. Trading everything, a different way of doing life for a completely foreign way that we never considered, you know, that we thought maybe that's when we were older or whatever, I don't know. It's just another way that we are choosing to live younger every day.